Hi, I'm Steve. I've been a endurance athlete for most of my life, since late 20s. At age 59, while on a commuting home from my bicycle, I had a cardiac arrest. In my late 20s, I ran, found that I liked running. I ran half marathon 6 days a week, and Sundays I ran farther. I never really counted the mileage, but now that we're able to go on Google Maps, I was probably running 30 plus miles on Sunday or more. Enjoyed it, felt great. I cut it down to 6 days of running a week. Lifted weights 3 times a week and did 600 push-ups and 600 sit-ups every day. I got into bicycling about 10 years ago and started out with one bike. Now I have 2, and I started biking every day. Back in January 2012, I was commuting by bicycle to and from work, and on the way home, I passed out. I have no recollection of it, but I had a cardiac arrest and passed out on the street. The surgery was a quadruple bypass. It was calcified. It was very serious. But I did notice, even when I first remember coming out of it, is my first thought was, how did it happen? I've been bicycling and I was wondering how this happened. Apparently, I'm one of the few that survived this, and because I had been exercising, I had enough extra arteries that for a while at least my heart was able to function, and I felt normal. I'd never felt any problem. The doctors that treated me, operated on me, and treated me post-operation did a very good job. I was in very bad condition, and they got me through and got me functioning again. But we got to the point where I was only going to see the heart doctor every 3 months, but we were feeling like, is there more we could be doing? Is there something more? Because I was still tired. I was still not fully cognitive. I was not as strong. My arms I knew they were weak. My legs were still fairly strong, but we wanted to know, we were looking for something more to do. It just so happens I knew Russ. I knew what he did. It was something that I didn't think I needed before that. I didn't think about that. I felt pretty strong, but I had known people that had used his program, and they had their reasons for doing so, and I know it worked well for them. So it's something that my wife and I thought about, and we talked to Russ and went through the program. I'll be honest, when we started the program, he was asking me how I felt right away, and I have to say I didn't feel much right at the beginning, just being honest, but I didn't really think much about that because my progress has been slow. I tend to look back now at 3 months or 6 months or a year ago and look at the progress, and I can see that I can feel I'm stronger as a result of it. Going from that point forward, it's just a matter of the time that it's taking. It's kind of a slow process. For me, it has been. I'm probably, because of my condition, what the aftermath is. It took a while for it to work, but I know that it is working. I can feel stronger today. My arms are stronger. I'm mentally more awake. My legs are stronger. I'm getting stronger. I can feel it, but it's been a gradual thing.
Steve was an avid marathon runner, covering sometimes 70 to 80 miles a week, with a heart rate of 160 to 170 during those really hard training days. If you think about each heartbeat is like equal to lifting 70 pounds off the ground 1 foot, when it comes to endothelial dysfunction or damaging the lining of the arteries, a lot of times that training in a nutrient and a hormonal deficient state, like a lot of these endurance athletes do, they damage the endothelial lining, which means they could almost accelerate blockages in their arteries now with what the new research is telling us. So even on this chart, we've got new testing where we could measure endothelial dysfunction. The endothelial lining is a lining of the walls of the artery becomes damaged. Okay, when that lining becomes damaged, that's where the blockage starts. So it's not all about cholesterol anymore. There's a lot of other indicators that may block the arteries. And even though the endurance athletes have great collateral circulation, which means they have more arteries or more highways around their heart, their main arteries still can become blocked with this excessive training in a nutrient deficient state. That's why studying the endurance athletes allowed us to develop programs for regular bypass patients, regular stent patients. Okay, this is how we developed the correct blood work to look at now that we could bring under the roof of a cardiology center.